From an emotional interview that spills the beans to reuniting with the love of her life after 66 years. Hey everyone, this is Gabby. Welcome back to Binge Now. These are 10 Hallmark movies that made us cry. So get your tissues out, because this video might make you cry. We're starting off with a movie where the female protagonist crashes her car and forgets everything that she's ever known. Falling for Vermont is definitely a movie to remember. Starring Julie Gonzalo and Benjamin Ayers, this film is heartwarming. In the movie, author Angela Young runs away from the media frenzy regarding her latest book and finds herself in Hopedale, Vermont after a car crash that causes her to lose her memory. She meets new people in the town and is on a journey to rediscover herself, and who knows, she might just find love. The town doctor Jeff, who is also a single dad, helps Angela on her path while slowly developing feelings for her. The more time she spends with him and his kids, the more she feels herself being drawn to them, but unfortunately, the two know they cannot be together as long as Angela is Jeff's patient. Plus, there's the whole amnesia thing. When Angela has to return, she leaves with a heavy heart. Deep down, she does not want to go back to her old life. She does an interview as per the wish of her old boyfriend and manager, Brad, to explain her disappearance, and what she says can't get any more sobbing. While she reveals nothing major, she hints at a message for Jeff, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Take a look.
I was consumed only with figuring out who I was and how to get home.
Any message for the people who helped you?
I just hope they realize what an impact they've had on my life. That's it.
This message was so subtle and yet so powerful. Oh, we sure do feel for her, don't we? Well, if that interview scene does not break your heart, then wait till you hear the next one from A Country Wedding, where a man who almost married another woman confesses his feelings to the love of his life. Bradley, a country music star played by Jesse Metcalfe, returns to a tiny Texas town where he grew up to sell his family's old house a few weeks before his lavish wedding to a well-known actress. There, he meets his childhood pal, Sarah, played by Autumn Reeser, a cowgirl who runs a small ranch. Bradley rediscovers the pleasure of everyday things with Sarah that he had forgotten. Bradley's marriage to Catherine, the famous actress, had all the hype, but lacked the most essential element he was looking for: love. Take a look at this scene from the movie where Bradley was waiting to surprise Sarah for a whole new beginning together. Just as she slides the gates, take a look at what awaits her.
Thinking we could renew our vows. We got married when we were kids. I think that was our one chance at true love.
Oh, their love for each other knows no bounds, but this next scene can move even the most hard-hearted person. Autumn Dreams is a high schooler's favorite. So one particular night, a young couple decides to get married, but the parents think it's ridiculous and get it annulled. Years later, the couple finds out that due to a small glitch, they are still technically married. When the two meet up after ages to legalize their separation, they end up falling for each other all over again. Jill Wagner plays Annie Hancock and Colin Egglesfield plays Ben Langdon, and the two have magical chemistry. Between miscommunications and not being able to express their feelings for one another, there's a lot going on in this one. The fact that both of them are engaged to different people doesn't seem to matter anymore, as the romance brews up with every scene. And that is until all of those renewed feelings culminate in one emotionally loaded scene. Ben leaves his new life behind and walks up to Annie, unsure of how she's going to react. But it was time to spill the beans.
Why did you come?
I wanted to give you the money.
Man, I don't need saving.
You can pay me back after you save the world.
Every penny.
This might be one of the cutest confessions ever, but this next movie, which redefines the definition of family, will leave you with a heavy heart and maybe a few tears. The movie, A Stranger's Heart, has the power to touch just about anyone's heart. Jasper Cates, an optimist, and Callie Morgan, a pessimist, fight at first, but they end up getting along while they urgently wait for organ transplants in a specialist university hospital unit. They finally receive them, and they come from the same source. Jasper communicates with Callie on a virtual basis and discovers that the donor left a girl as an orphan. The child resides with her grandfather, who disapproves of Jasper's desire to introduce the two of them into her life. Several twists and turns later, the three become a family, and there's just no way you can contain yourself from crying. In this scene, Grandpa Fred brings Cricket just as Callie and Jasper get married. What follows proves that family is not limited to blood.
She read that fairy tale to me every night at bedtime since it came in the mail.
Do you want to see how it ends?
Yay, I love the end. That's the best part of all.
Thank you.
Well, that's the magical ending that we all needed. But the next scene, where a woman craves a second chance at life, will melt your heart for sure. Harvest Love is a perfect fall movie, but it is also emotionally driven. A recently widowed surgeon, Luna, travels to her family's pear orchard in an effort to unwind from her busy schedule and get in touch with her estranged son, Andy. Once there, she starts developing feelings for the farm manager, Will, and things change for her and her son. Luna worries about her son and how her newfound love would fit into their lives. As she prepares to leave behind her city life for a new one, this scene will surely tug at your heart.
I'm sorry I didn't come to you sooner. I was busy making plans.
What kind?
The kind where I bought a farm.
So where's this new farm of yours?
Right here. But I didn't say it was new.
Luna surely made a wise decision, but this next movie is a must-watch for all Candace Cameron Bure fans. The movie, Let It Snow, was released back in 2013, but it is still a Christmas regular for many. Stephanie, played by the Christmas queen herself, Candace Cameron Bure, is an executive at a big firm, and while trying to turn their quaint little lodge into a new hotspot, she finds herself annoyed at all the Christmas festivities going around. But an unexpected new romance has her changing her mind. The movie also includes Alan Thicke as Stephanie's dad and Jesse Hutch as her love interest. In this scene, Ted Beck reads a letter from his daughter which is addressed to Santa. In the letter, Stephanie talks about how much she misses Christmas, and it is just heartbreaking with every word tugging at your heart.
Dear Santa, what I really want for Christmas is a real Christmas with my dad. We can have the family Christmas we now only have in our memories, and I can have my dad back.
So there is nothing like a family reunion with the spirit of Christmas to spread joy and love. But this next scene may not have a Christmas in it, but has a really cute dog, and who doesn't love dogs, right? Fair warning, this scene most likely will make you cry. We're talking about none other than Love at First Spark. Julia Galvins is a single and young interior designer who decides to adopt the cutest German Shepherd, but there's just one problem. He is out of control. She takes the help of Owen, a handsome dog trainer, and through their journey they find themselves drawn to each other. Jana Kramer plays Julia and Kevin McGarry plays Owen, and the two just have the most insane chemistry on screen together. Their love for each other and King, the dog, will melt your heart. When Julia sees Owen talking to his ex, her mind takes over and she wonders if Owen is still into his ex. Take a look at all the doubts and fear that creep in, despite being so much in love.
I saw you with her. I told myself that I would stay focused, that I would not get distracted. Now look at me. I just spent the past hour worried about a girl I don't even know and a guy I just met.
Breakups are always bad, but this next scene covers a breakup between two friends, which hurts just as much, if not even more. When Sparks Fly stars Meghan Markle in the lead role alongside Christopher Jacot and Christina Pasick. Amy Peterson is a journalist unhappy with her city life in Chicago. When she is sent on assignment to her hometown, her plans get derailed. She is assigned to plan her best friend Sammy's wedding to her ex-boyfriend Hank, who she finds herself falling for all over again. Her loyalty lies with her best friend, but she can't help falling for Hank. When Sammy finds out that Hank and Amy have feelings for each other and that the wedding is off, she is devastated. This is what happens next.
They just started resurfacing. Feelings that I promise you I had no intention at all. Sammy, I'm so sorry. Just so you know, I'm not ready to forgive you yet.
Well, best friend breakups are horrible, just as much as the romantic ones. But in this next scene, no weddings came to a halt, but when an ex resurfaces out of nowhere, it does put things out of place. The movie, A Christmas Ornament, is a definite fan favorite with Kelly Martin and Cameron Matheson as the leads. Kathy, a widow, decides to pass up on the Christmas festivities and try to keep the memory of her late husband alive. The undeniable chemistry between Kathy and the charming owner of a Christmas tree shop, Tim, as well as the ornament Tim gifts Kathy that stands for hope, help Kathy rediscover the delights of the holiday season as she balances moving on and remembering her loved one. Things get confusing when Tim's ex-girlfriend Rebecca comes back into his life just as Kathy figures out life without her husband. When Tim comes to set things straight, this is what follows.
I'm glad she's back in your life.
She is not back in my life. Stop
I can't
me.
do this right now, Tim. Can't you see that?
Can't do what?
This conversation, for starters.
You're welcome.
While Kathy may not be ready for something new yet, this next scene will make you believe in true love all over again. The movie, The Lost Valentine, came out in 2011 and had everyone shocked by how beautiful it was. The movie had a star-studded cast with the icon Betty White, rest in peace, Jennifer Hewitt, and Sean Ferris. Susan Allison, a young and smart reporter, seeks out the truth about Caroline Thomas's husband who went missing in action after the Second World War. She clashes with Caroline's grandson Lucas, but the two soon develop a blooming friendship that turns into true love. The scene that just rips your heart out is when Caroline is finally reunited with her husband who went missing 66 years ago. The Navy brings back his remains and personal items. Caroline is overwhelmed at the confrontation and confirmation of his death, but she also finds closure after many years of waiting for him. Watching Caroline reunite with her husband is so devastating to see. And that is all we have for you guys today. Do you know of any other really good Hallmark movies that make you cry? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you liked any of these movies, also let us know. And if you like our channel, don't forget to leave us a like, share, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. See you next time.